Hey guys, Victoria Ann here. As I said in the blog, I was going to post a video showing you some of the things that I have used to keep myself safe since my experience. Sorry if I sound like I have a bit of a lisp. I have my aligners in, and I swear I don't usually have a lisp, but they are really bothering me today, so I really sound weird. So bear with me if you can. I'm going to start from the beginning. These right here, they're simple door alarms. They could be used on windows as well. Sorry, again, also for my chip nail polish. This is the other piece of it. Now, these are only a few of the items that I actually have. I did not feel like disabling and disembodying my entire house of its security devices just to show everything. So this is one of everything that I have for the most part. In terms of these, I had to get quite a few for the simple reason, guess what? This is not my house, this is my parents' house, although I've lived here for 12 years and I've paid rent ever since I had a full-time job at 21. And I take care of monthly expenses, so on and so forth. Moved back when my grandmother got sick. This is not my house. This is a very large house and it's a lot to keep up with. Therefore, there's a lot of windows and a lot of doors. So I had to get quite a few of these. So they're pretty simple. Here's a user manual as well as the stickers that you use them. It's really simple and self-explanatory. Even someone as simple-minded like me can do it. We're gonna move on to you know what, maybe I should just start over here. This is the DVR for one of the security cameras that we have. It can control up to 8 channels on there. So once you have a DVR, you're able to kind of control everything a little bit more. There's also a phone app. I could show you guys it in a little bit. User manual, mouse, it's got all the cabling and so on and so forth. This is one of those cameras. It's called a night owl. I like it a lot. You need to, if you're as serious about your safety as me, and if your situation is as serious as mine was, you need to really take time and invest in upgrading it to the recording option. So you have 24/7 live recording. Anything happens, everything's being recorded. So at least you have it. It is better to be safe than sorry. This is a Ring camera. It is the camera for the front door. It's simple. You could speak to whoever is coming up there. Kind of self-explanatory. Comes with an install kit. You could do it yourself. I did it myself. Again, I'm telling you, a lot of this stuff is a lot easy. This is the Arlo. Not my favorite camera in the entire world, I'm going to be honest. Going to be very honest. I did buy quite a few of these. They're mostly indoor cameras. They do detect motion. I'll post a photo. Crap. I'll answer them later. I will post a photo of one night, when all this began at like 11 something. I got an alert on my phone saying that there was movement by the front office window. And sure enough, I thought it was as a joke, I kind of thought it was like a ghost or something like that. And I said it to my dad. He was like, hey, you should probably bring this to the detective that's working on this and talk to him about it. Turns out it was a guy in a mask. However, the resolution was so crappy. The fact that I thought it was like a window smudge or a ghost and I don't even believe in that crap. I mean, I'm just kind of joking there, but you get my drift. Okay, I will call them back later. They will have to live. So we're going to move forward to actual protection. It looks like a Gerber. That's exactly what it is, because if you need to use something like a tool, you've got it. Now, this is in a situation if your attacker is actually out to get you. You do not need, I personally don't think you need to carry this stuff on you all the time. My situation escalated over the Christmas season. It seems to have calmed down a little bit, which I'm very grateful for, but not quite ready to let my guard down yet. So I do still carry this stuff. This is basic pepper spray. This is all basic stuff, guys, that you could put on your keychain. You have a million things on your keychain. Add 2 items to make yourself just a little bit more safe. And it is worth it. This is the dash camera. Pretty simple. I use it in my car. Here are all the things that you use to hook it up. So this is going to be a little bit weird. My reasoning for the dash camera, and it is a good dash camera. I put a 32 gigabyte card in there. You could get any TF card from Best Buy right now is only doing curbside pickup. But you could get any kind of gig. I wouldn't go over 32 because I don't think there's any point. My main reason behind that was one of the times in court, my attacker brought in a witness that claimed that I was somewhere when I wasn't. Now, thankfully for me, I work almost every day, and to prove that I'm an hour away from where or an hour and a half away from where I'm actually working, I mean, if I had to, I could have gotten proof, but luckily for me, I knew I wasn't there, so that was easy enough. However, after that, I became a bit paranoid, so I did invest in a dash cam, and it keeps track basically. So I don't put it on me, although I could if I wanted to, but I look ugly all the time, especially when I drive, so I just keep it on the road. And I mean, it's pretty easy to see where I go for the most part, and you can see if I'm driving for over an hour. So that's that. Now, the next part that I'm going to get into is a bit more serious than anything. It's about guns. Now, I am all for guns. I am that pro-American person, don't get me wrong. However, when it comes to owning a gun, I'm all for it, don't get me wrong, but some girls and guys I've noticed get guns for the wrong reason. I do not want to kill anyone. My family does not want to kill anyone. However, we've always had a gun in the house. Until we moved up here, everyone's permit expired. You know, we were new in the area. Didn't really look into it. When this started happening, we realized it was a good idea to keep ourselves safe. Now, as I'm going to write in this blog, if you are out for revenge and if you hate this person anyway, do not get a gun. Do not go for your permit. Don't even think about it. Drop the idea right now. End of story. Because even in the event that you go out of your way, you get your permit, you get a gun, and if something happens where they come into your house, yeah, you are protected by the stand your ground law, but if you really are out for revenge, it's going to show one way or another at some point. Don't get a gun if you hate this guy or girl. Don't do it. You simply use it as protection. You have to be threatened. You have to know someone's going to hurt you. It could be them. It could be anyone else. So this book I got at my permit class. It's great. It talks a little bit more about everything. This is a very good system. So in the event that, so I do have my permit. I'm not allowed to show it on camera. That's the only reason I'm not showing it. I'm not going to show a gun either. So they're very good in the event that you need to use your weapon for anything. So also the permit is like, but you could carry it around you just about anywhere. There are a couple rules, obviously. Once you take the class, you'll realize that a lot of public places you can't bring it to. I am not going to bring my gun anywhere. My gun is going to be safely stored and away. There's no need to bring it anywhere. I simply wanted my permit just to show that, hey, I took the class, I know the law, I'm careful. That is the only thing. None of us would ever bring a gun around. There is no point. It is so stupid. I don't understand why people would, especially in this area. Like, this is such a safe area. It'd be so freaking stupid to bring one around. However, in the event that you need to use your gun for anything, let's say he or one of his friends breaks into my house, and like I said, I'm not going to say how many cameras, but I've got over 10 cameras rolling, so I'm pretty safe now. Like I said, my safety and my family's safety is very important to me. If something happens where he tries to hurt me or my family, and if it is serious and if it's something that I don't think that could be talked through words, and in the event he were to pull a gun on me or a knife on me, and if I had to use my gun for anything, these people take care of you. I don't remember what the cost is. I think it was like $150 or something like that for the whole year. They are good, but again, if you think you're going to need to use your gun for anything, I actually probably just wouldn't even get one, but that's just me, because even though I have my permit and I've had my practice and so on and so forth, it's just something I don't see myself doing. I couldn't, I'd be crying in a corner, and I'll get to that in a bit too. I just, now even the thought of it makes me nervous. So like I said, if you have any ideas of revenge, do us all a favor, don't even think about the word gun. Don't get your permit, just let it go, drop it. Having said that, I'm also very weak. If I were, to get overpowered again, it probably could happen. I'm fat and I'm weak. So my dad actually helped me because I don't have very good hand strength for some weird reason. And when it comes to shooting a gun, and stuff like that, he noticed that I was very weak. So there's little exercise balls in here. They help. There's nothing really to it. I don't remember how much these cost. I think actually he got them for me for Christmas. Little things like this. They're really cool. Even the guy that was giving the class on the gun permit and the concealed weapons license, I think it's called, he was recommending stuff like this too. Oh no, the ball ran away. Come back. But yeah, it's basic stuff. Honestly, I just use it for fun most of the time anyways. But like I said, I'm definitely afraid of guns. Even though I have my permit, with my luck, I would literally shoot myself in the foot, y'all. Knowing me, if you know how klutzy I am, it wouldn't be very hard to believe. Okay, so we're gonna go over here real quick. As I was talking about the Arlo system. So right now, I have only 3 of the cameras installed. Sorry, not installed. Up and running, I guess you could say. Did I not charge the iPad? Okay, we're gonna go to my phone. So the Arlo system, very, very easy to use. That's my dog, by the way. He passed away 2 weeks ago. It's my baby. Okay, Arlo. I'll even upload a video probably later of what the footage is and stuff like that. So it's really, really simple. Like right now, that's the dining room. That's the driveway. That's me walking through the house. And that's the camera that I have going on right here. So again, and then if you need to go to your library is gonna be right there in that button. If you need, let's say for example, okay, let's say if I see somebody coming up and, oh my gosh, I'm in danger. That's what that button's for right there. So yeah, pretty simple system. I'm gonna go into phone apps and stuff like that in a bit, not right now. I do have 2 more apps I wanted to show you guys. Again, it's for something if you feel that you're in danger like I was. Still don't know if I am. I haven't quite felt right lately, but doesn't mean that anything's wrong. So I'm gonna open up my computer. And I'm going to show you guys a website. That really helped me. Okay. Cornered Cat. Okay. Cornered Cat. Wanted to make sure that this was definitely the right. Okay. So it's a website, and it's very similar to the guide that I'm writing, just very different. I think it's written by a mother. She talks a lot about fighting. However, the reason that I bring it here is that, wait a second, this doesn't look like the right website, or did she just change it? No, okay, maybe it is. Okay, so she also has a book, but the thing, she also has some really, really good tips and tricks on how to fight. Fun fact, I can't fight. I've had 2 fist fights in my entire life. I have lost them both absolutely miserably and hysterically. That's going to bring me to my next section. As I said, I'll post a picture of me. I'm quite large. I'm a very big girl, and I was able to be overpowered. Now, this is the Roku TV, so I'm just going to go to home. Oh, took a lot quicker than I thought it would. Okay, Beachbody. So a lot of you are like, oh, typical fat girl, like investing in Beachbody. Beachbody is actually really great. I like it a lot. Oh, by the way, guys, this is the Arlo base system when you need to go set up your cameras, basically. Okay, I'm gonna go to workouts. This is what helps me in terms of self-defense because, again, I can't fight. This is something that's really, really great. There's a whole bunch of different things on here, but the one that I do is called Tour de Force or something like that. Where is it? All right, where are you? Rockin'. Asylum. That's a weird name for a workout. Asylum. I pay $40 every 3 months for this stuff, guys. It really is great. I 110% recommend it. Where the heck is it? There it is. Oh my gosh, I passed it at the beginning. That's embarrassing. Okay, so like they do go into MMA stuff and stuff like that, but a lot of it is, I wouldn't say it's particularly self-defense, but if you like look into some of this, it really is. Like, if you look really, really, really closely, you'll see that they're actually going into stances and everything. That helped me a lot more than people probably think. Self-defense classes was not an easy option for me for the simple reason I work quite a bit, amongst other reasons, and I get very busy, but as I said, my safety is very, very important to me. So I invested, and so the only reason I'm not going to show you guys my punching bag is because I have someone in the garage installing something right now, which is probably him that called me, and I'm going to have to wrap this up. However, real quick, something I wanted to go into about punching bags is, as I was saying, if you're out for revenge, I don't think this guide is for you. This is something to recover and heal and move on. If you're out for revenge, you're on a completely different mindset, a completely different spectrum than what I'm talking about here. I'm talking about moving on, forgiving, forgetting, recovering. Forgetting hasn't happened for me. It'll happen in time. I hope, I pray. It's out of my control. If you're out for revenge, this is not for you. Having said that, I don't think you should invest in any of this. I think you need to fix your problems first, and then maybe further down the line, if you feel threatened, invest in some or any of this stuff. None of this stuff is cheap. I'm going to go on the blog and I'm going to explain everything, kind of break it down a little bit more in price or what I paid for it roughly. Nothing here was actually a gift except for that, and that was free, so... Oh, wait, Ian gave my mom this. So yeah, that was a gift right there. I actually wanted a glittery one, but I'm not going to tell him that because he's a nice guy. He's a friend of my mom's. Yeah, so the punching bag. So it's great when you're practicing self-defense. And if you're on a self-defense workout program like I am, I saw a girl on YouTube say to print out a picture of your, attacker's face and put it on there. Do not do that. That's stupid. That's immature. And that's also a really violent motive. That means you're out to get somebody. It's no longer revenge. You're like planning something in your head at that point. If you're willing to go to the length to print out a picture of his face. For me, I can't even stand to look at this guy. I blocked him on everything. The first time I saw him in court, I thought I was going to puke my guts up. I was crying hysterically. So if you are comfortable enough that you're printing out his face and you're putting it on something that you're going to hit, again, that's great if it's a motivator, but that is the most unhealthy thing I've ever heard of. So if you're reading my guide, do not do that. That is only going to fuel your fire in a very negative way. I think you need to drop it, let it go, work on your problems, and then come back to this at some point. So my punching bag is great. So, and I don't even think of him, I think maybe occasionally I think of the last time that he overpowered me, but I don't think of him per se. I think of what am I going to do next time if someone else, male or female, wants to overpower me, threaten, or hurt me in some way. It's good to have. I should have done it years ago, but again, I didn't actually think any of this stuff could happen to me. Okay, this is my phone. Last two things I'm going to show you because then I got to call this guy. He's probably thinking I ran away or something. Okay, I had a problem with, phone calls for a while. When he began stalking me, I was getting phone calls from different people, it felt like, for some weird reason. That app is called the Call Recorder app. And I shouldn't have zoomed in on it probably. Okay, so you hit it. When you get an incoming call, it's going to automatically record. So when I got a death threat, when all the phone calls that were happening, the whole thing, everything that was recorded, I put it on my hard drive, gave it to the judge, the whole thing. Stupid ads, that's what happens when you don't pay for something. Jerk, 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 stop it. Leave me alone. Okay. Trap call. This thing... Oh, it's actually working. So, okay, I'm not dealing with this right now. Okay. Trap call. Very, very good. That's actually what stopped a lot of the phone calls after the first restraining order got served. So, trap call, whenever you get phone calls from restricted and unknown numbers like we were, it basically reveals those numbers. Now, you do have to pay for it, but I think you get the first 10 days free or something like that. It revealed everything immediately. So it didn't reveal the name, but it revealed his area code. I was so in my mind, I didn't really want it to be him. I wish it wasn't. And I kept trying to think, oh, maybe it's somebody else pulling a joke on me. Maybe I screwed somebody else over that I don't know. I was making all these excuses in my head. So unfortunately for me, when it was revealed what the area codes were, I was like, nope, that's him. So it sucked. But a part of me still, tries to believe that it wasn't him. But that's me. As I've said in the blog, my attacker was not the worst guy in the world. I got very lucky compared to other women. So having said that, I'm going to end this here, but this is it. So a lot of this stuff did take a lot of money. Like I said, I'm going to break it down for you on the blog. But basically, I want to say everything all together, cameras, permits, the knife, everything, the alarms. I want to say everything cost about, almost $3,000. So yeah, it's not cheap, but my safety is very important to me. I'm not rich. I make a good living, but I'm not rich by any stretch of the imagination. As I said, I'm going to post more links and stuff like that, technical specs, so on and so forth in the blog. Any questions, feel free to ask, and that's about it.